Thanks, everybody. Just what a treat. Well, we're going to open up with the only duet that we know. This is called No Lonesome Tune. Sing no lonesome tune. Oh, babe, I'm a-comin' soon. I cannot believe I stayed so long away. But a man must look around. You're the sweetest thing I've found. Your lost high rollers rolling home today. Oh, my daddy said to me, son, it's hard as you will see to find someone upon whom to rely. And in the kitchen mama sneezed, and he grinned big as you please, said bless you, and a tear come to his eye. I did decide that very day I'd like to live that way. Oh, now I know I've just been wasting time. It's with you that I should be. If you feel the same about me, I'm headed home along the straightest line. I ain't gonna sing the lonesome tune. Oh, babe, I'm a-comin' soon. I cannot believe I stayed so long away. But a man must look around. You're the sweetest thing I've found. Your lost high rollers rolling home today. Bigger guy. Sing the lonesome tune. Oh, babe, I'm a-comin' soon. I cannot believe I stayed so long away. But a man must look around. You're the sweetest thing I've found. Your lost high rollers are rolling home today.
I can just get
Suzanne and I used to live in this little apartment out in Los Angeles Dam, California. It's a pretty weird place. The weirdest thing about it was the landlord. He was one of those guys that come home from work every day and go out the garage, make his own bullets. But the really nice thing about this place was right outside our front window, prettiest little grapefruit tree you ever seen in your whole life. Oh, the grapefruit were sweet. One day, we awoke to the sound of this guy out there with an axe chopping down the grapefruit. So I went outside and I said, man, what in the hell do you think you're doing? He said, oh, guy, he said, you know this damned old grapefruit tree? He said, this son of a bitch has been here 30 or 40 years, I guess. He said, it's gotten so big and the roots have spread out so far. It's starting to crack the concrete driveway, patio. Pack up all your dishes. Make note of all good wishes. Say goodbye to the landlord for me. The son of a bitch has always bored me. Thank you. Well, before I learned how to flip coins, I used to play 5-card stud sometimes. And this is about 5-card stud. It's called Mr. Mud and Mr. Gold. Well, the wicked king of clubs awoke. It was to his queen he turned, his lips were laughing as they spoke. His eyes like bullets burned, the sun's upon a gambling day. His queen smiled low and blissfully, let's make some wretched fool to pay. And plain it was, she did agree. He sent his deuce down into diamond, to sport a heart, his trade a spade. 3 kings with their legions come, and preparations soon were made. They voted club the day's commander, give him an army face and number, all but the outlaw jack of diamonds and the aces in the sky. Well, they give his 7's first instruction, spirit me a game of stud, stakes unscarred by limitation between a man named Gold and a man named Mud. Club filled Gold with greedy vapors till his long green eyes did glow. Mud was left with the sighs and trembles watching his hard-earned money go. Flushes fell on Gold like water, 10s they paired and paired again. But the aces only flew through heaven, and the diamond jack called no man friend. The diamond queen saw Mud's ordeal, began to think of her long-lost son, fell to her knees with a mother's mercy and prayed to the angels every one. The the Diamond Queen, she prayed and prayed, and the Diamond Angel filled Mud's hole, and the wicked king of clubs himself fell face down in front of gold. The three kings come to club's command, but the angels from the sky did ride. Three kings up on the streets of gold, three fireballs on the muddy side. But a club queen heard her husband's call, the Lord, that Queen of Diamonds' joy, when the outlaw in the heavenly hall turned out to be her wandering boy. And mud he checked and gold bet all, mud he raised and gold did call, and a smile just melted off his face when Mud turned over that diamond ace. Here's what this story's told. You feel like mud, you'll end up gold. Feel like lost, you'll end up found. So amigo, lay them raises down. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, guys. Well, here's one, since it's the University of Texas. When I went to school, I didn't have much luck with fraternities. I was a pledge twice. And, when I dropped out of school to become a rambling folk singer, and I decided one of the places that I might play would be a fraternity party. And so I decided I needed a fraternity song. And as it turned out, I played one half of one fraternity party. Well, I decided to improve my social station. I joined a fraternal organization. I tucked in my shirt and signed on the line. Right away they set about to improve my mind. My breath. I said, kid, we don't much like the way you walk, and you're going to have to change the way you talk. They said, your dress is kind of slouchy and your attitude's a little grouchy. They said, you got to learn to bubble. You got to bubble with enthusiasm. I started bubbling. Now, the most important thing you can't forget is learning the entire Greek alphabet. I never did really understand how that's going to make me any more man, but I learned it. I can whip through that son of a beta backwards in 5 seconds. Well, then they hit me with some pretty bad news concerning the payment of monthly dues. I never did know where the money went. I never was sure it was real well spent. But I paid it. I ain't no trouble causer, and besides, I figured that's life. If you want good friends, they're going to cost you. Well, it finally got to be party time. I got me a great big old jug of wine. I went back to the house in about an hour, and everybody's drinking whiskey sours, brandy Alexanders, and frozen daiquiris, reciting the Greek alphabet to one another. I could see I was going to have to do my very best to get myself out of that fraternity mess. I stood right there outside the door and I chugged that wine like never before. I walked inside and bubbled all over a couple of their dates. So now everything's back to normal again. Of course, there's still lots of room for improvement. Remember, that fraternity stuff's too much for me. Next time I'm going to join a sorority. Give them something to bubble about.
Here's a real pretty song called Old Friends. like when you're making conversation and you're trying not to scream, and you're trying not to tell them that you don't care what they mean, and you're really feeling fragile, and you really can't get home, and you really feel abandoned, but you want to be alone. Oh, friend, shine like diamonds. Oh, friend, you can always call. Oh, friend, Lord, you can't buy 'em. You know it's old friends after all. Is empty and the light begins to fade, and there's nothing to protect you except a window shade, and it's hard to put your finger on the thing that scares you most. You can't tell the difference between an angel and a ghost. Oh, friend, shine like diamonds. It's over after all. Yes, it's old friend, you shine like diamonds. Old friend, you can always call. Old friend, Lord, you can't buy 'em. You know it's old friends after all.
Well, here's a song about the homeless of the land. It's called Marie. Well, I stood in line and left my name. Took about 6 hours or so. Thought a man just grinned like it was all a game and said they'd let me know. Put in my time till the Pocono line shut down 2 years ago. I was living at the mission till I met Marie. I can't stay there no more. Oh, a fella across town said he looking for a man, move some old cars around. Maybe me and Marie could find a burned out van, do a little settling down. Oh, but I'm just dreaming, I ain't got no ride, and the junkyard's a pretty good ways. That job's about a half week old, besides, be gone now anyway. Unemployment says I got no more checks, and they showed me to the hall. My brother died in Georgia some time ago. I got no one left to call. Well, summer wasn't bad below the bridge, a little short on food, that's all. Now I gotta get Marie some kind of coat, we're headed down into fall. I used to play the mouth harp pretty good, used to hustle up a little dough. Oh, but I got drunk and I woke up rolled a couple of months ago. Well, they got my harp and they got my dollar, them low-life so-and-sos. The harps cost money and I ain't got it. It's my own fault, I suppose. Oh, the Poconos down, but the Chesapeake's running 2 freights every day. If it's just me, I'd be headed south, but Marie can't catch no train. Well, she got some pain and she thinks there's a baby, says we gotta wait and see. In my heart I know it's a little boy, hope we don't end up like me. The man still grinning said he lost my file, I gotta stand in line again. I wanna kill him but I just say no, I had enough of that line, my friend. I head back to the bridge, it's getting kinda cold, I'm feeling too low down to lie. Oh, I guess I'll just tell Marie the truth, hope she don't break down and cry. Oh, Marie, she didn't wake up this morning. She didn't even try. She just rolled over and went to heaven. My little boy's safe inside. I laid him in a sun where somebody find him, caught a Chesapeake on the fly. Oh, Marie, you'll know I'm headed south so's to meet me by and by. Oh, Marie, you'll know I'm headed south so's to meet me by and by. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, everyone.
This is a little song about the first time I ever saw a streamlined train. And happened in a little town where I was born in West Texas called Monahans, which is out between Pecos and nowhere. We were playing in New York City the other night, or about a month or so ago, and I said that, and some girl right in front just like went crazy. She was actually from there.
I think it wasn't so much she went crazy, she was crazy.
Anyway, I'll never forget it. It was something like a NASA moonshot or something, the whole town turned out. The train didn't stop or anything. We all went down there anyway. Now, being 6 years old, I had seen some trains before, so it's hard to figure out what I'm at the depot for. Trains are big and black and smoke and steam, screaming at the wheels, bigger than anything is, at least that's the way she feels. Trains are big and black and smoking, louder than July 4, but everybody's acting like this might be something more than just picking up the mail of the soldiers from the war. This is something that even old man Wildman never seen before. And it's a late afternoon on a hot Texas day, and something strange is going on, and we is all in the way. There's 50 or 60 people, they're just sitting on their cars, And the old men left their dominoes, and they come down from the bars, ooh, and everybody's checking. Old Jack Mitchell check his watch, and us kids put our ears to the rails to hear 'em pop. So we already knowed 'em when they finally said train time, and you'd have thought that Jesus Christ himself was rolling down the line. Those things got real quiet. Mama jerked me back, not before I'd got the chance to lay a nickel on the track. Woo! Look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog cyclone. Big and red and silver, she don't make no smoke. She's a fast rolling streamline, come to show the folks. I said, look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog cyclone. Yeah. Lord, she never even stopped. She left 50 or 60 people still sitting on the cars, and they're wondering what it's coming to and how it got this far. Oh, but me, I got a nickel smashed flatter than a dime by a mad dog, runaway red silver streamline train. Look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog cyclone. Big and red and silver, she don't make no smoke. She's a fast rolling streamline, come to show the folks. I said, look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog cyclone. Look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog cyclone. Nothing in the world that I like better than bacon and lettuce and homegrown tomatoes. Up in the morning, out in the garden, get you a ripe one, don't get a hard one. Plant 'em in the spring, eat 'em in the summer, all winter without 'em's a culinary bummer. I forget all about the sweating and digging every time I go out and pick me a big one. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'd life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Pick it down. Now you can go out to eat, and that's for sure, but it's nothing a homegrown tomato won't cure. Put 'em in a salad, put 'em in a stew. You can make your very own tomato juice. You can eat 'em with eggs, you can eat 'em with gravy. Eat 'em with beans, pinto or navy. Put 'em on the side, put 'em in the middle. Put a homegrown tomato on a hot cake griddle. Homegrown tomato, homegrown tomato. What'd life be without homegrown tomato? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. One more. Too hot for snakes. I've eyes to change this life I lead. I'd be Johnny Tomato Seed if I know what this country needs. It's homegrown tomatoes in every yard you see. When I die, don't bury me in a box in a cemetery. Out in a garden, it'd be much better. And I could be pushing homegrown tomatoes. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'd life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy. That's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'd life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy. And that's true love and homegrown tomatoes.
That's our hot picking part of the show.
He was a wino, tried and true, done about everything there is to do. He worked on freighters, and he worked in bars, and he worked on farms, and he worked on cars. Well, there was white port that put that look in his eye grown men get when they need to cry. We sat down on the curb to rest, and his head just fell down on his chest. He says every single day it gets just a little bit harder to handle, and yet. Then he lost the thread and his mind got cluttered, and the words just rolled off down the gutter. Well, he was the elevator man in a cheap hotel in exchange for the rent on a one-room cell. And he's old, years beyond his time, no thanks to the world and the white port wine. So he says, son, he always called me son. He said, life for you has just begun. And then he told me the story that I'd heard before, how he fell in love with a Dallas whore. How he could cut through the years to the very night that it ended in a whorehouse fight. She turned his last proposal down in favor of being a girl about town. I spent 17 years riding line, and he ain't been straight none of the time. It's too many days of fighting the weather, and too many nights of not being together. So he died. Through his personal effects, and among the stubs from the welfare checks was a crumbling picture of a girl in a door and an address in Dallas and nothing more. And the welfare people provided the priest. A couple from the mission down the street sang Amazing Grace. No one cried except some lady in black way off to the side. We all left, and she's standing there, in a black veil covering the silver hair. And Old One-Eyed John said her name was Alice. She used to be a whore in Dallas. So let him roll, Lord, let him roll. I bet he's gone to Dallas, rest his soul. Just you let him roll, Lord, let him roar. They always said that heaven was just a Dallas whore. Just you let him roll, Lord, let him roll. I bet he's gone to Dallas, rest his soul.
Well, I love that song, man. Well, here's I'll tell y'all, I know some of y'all have heard this story before, but it's true, so you know what the hell. This is a true story about how, it kind of concerns Dallas, about how I came to write the song Pancho and Lefty. I was playing, I thank you, Pancho thanks you, and Lefty thanks you. But I was playing in Dallas a long time ago, and it was a 3-day deal. And just so happened that during these same 3 days, Billy Graham and the Guru Maharaji were playing Dallas. And Billy Graham drew like, 500,000 young Christians from all over the world. And the Guru drew about 250,000 young gurus from who knows where. Right? And Billy Graham was playing at Texas Stadium, and the Guru was at the Coliseum, and I was downtown. I was playing to 10 winos that followed me from Houston, right? So, but anyway, because of this giant influx of religiosity into Dallas, there was no hotel rooms nowhere. And me and my friend Daniel, who I was traveling with, because Daniel had a car, we had to go 60 miles north of Dallas, 60 miles to find any kind of a room. I mean, it was a bummer. It should have been condemned. It had no TV, period, and the Coke machine was broken. There's a big crack in the swimming pool, and it was just the only bigger drag I can think of is 60 miles south of that. I'm from Fort Worth. But anyway, so we were sitting there, and I played the first night, and I played the second night, and by the third day, sitting in this room with Daniel, who was ugly as a skunk, I was, going crazy, and I decided, well, I'm going to sit down in this chair right here, and I'm not going to move till I write a song. I sat there, and it was about 4 hours, and the first lines to Pancho and Lefty kind of drifted through the window, and I wrote it down, and wrote the song pretty fast. We were driving into Dallas to play my new song for the 10 winos, and Daniel was he was a genuine flower child, which means he was lower on the evolutionary scale than me. I was a hippie, right? And anyway, Daniel's driving. All he has for an ID, which I'd known for years, was an expired Georgia driver's license. It wasn't like it didn't expire, a week or so ago. It'd been expired for like 13 or 14 years, right? And Daniel had figured long ago when he was a kid, he figured, well, I got my driver's license, that's it. It lasts for the rest of your life, right? And The only ID that I had was I had a record album, had my picture on it, had my name on it. Any reasonable person, you know, could tell that was me. Anyway, we're driving into Dallas, and Daniel is swerving back and forth to, he had flower children don't drink or anything like that. He was swerving back and forth to miss all these young Christians that were hitchhiking in to see Billy Graham. They were everywhere. Anyway, the Dallas cops see our broken down old car swerving toward the heart of Dallas, and we get pulled over. And this giant cop walks up to the door, and I mean, he looked in the window and he saw Daniel. Daniel had hair about to his elbows. Well, I mean, he was pissed. And he looked over in the passenger seat and he saw me, and I can't imagine what I looked like. And he was double pissed. And he says to Daniel, "I better see some ID, boy." And Daniel's like, "Yes, sir." And hands him this expired Georgia driver's license. And this Dallas cop is looking at him, just trying to act real small. This cop is scowling at Daniel's driver's license. And he's got mirror shades on, you know, and he's got one of those smoky hats, flat hat, marine hat. I was thinking, well, who do I know in Dallas? And then Daniel, just out of the blue, from some inspiration from somewhere, looks up through the window to the cop and says, "Excuse me, sir, do you know Jesus?" And the cop hands Daniel back his driver's license and says, "You boys be careful." So, "Yes, sir. No sweat. Adios." Anyways, I always figured that the Guru and Billy Graham kind of co-wrote this song, but you know, I never heard anything from them, so. Living on the road, my friend, was gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, your breath's as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye, sank into your dreams. Pancho was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as polished steel, wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Well, Pancho met his match, you know, on the deserts down in Mexico, and nobody heard his dying words. Oh, but that's the way it goes. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him hang around out of kindness, I suppose. Well, Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dusty Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. But ain't nobody knows. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Well, the poets tell how Pancho fell, Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold. So the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true. We'll save a few for Lefty too. He just did what he had to do. Oh, now he's growing old. And a few gray federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong. Out of kindness, I suppose. A few gray federales say we could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong. Out of kindness, I suppose. Thank you, guys. Well, it's been a real pleasure. Well, Raton is a mountain pass up in Colorado. It's called Snowin On Raton. When the wind don't blow an Amarillo, and the moon along the Gunnison don't rise, shall I cast my dreams upon your love, babe, and lie beneath the laughter of your eyes? What's snowing on Raton? Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. While mother thinks the road is long and lonely, little brother thinks the road is straight and fine. Oh, darling thinks the road is soft and lovely. And I'm thankful that old road's a friend of mine. Oh, snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Well, bid the years goodbye, you cannot still them. Or you cannot turn the circles of the sun. Well, you cannot count the miles until you feel them. And you cannot hold a lover that has gone. Oh, snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Well, tomorrow the mountains will be sleeping, silent neath a blanket green and blue. Oh, but I shall hear the silence they are keeping, and I'll bring all their promises to you. Oh, snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Oh, snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Thanks very much, guys. That was a real pleasure.
Thanks. We'll see you next time around. This is a song I wrote about a guy who was kind of like my grandfather. Actually, he was my grandmother's boyfriend, is what he was. His name was Jack Frigg, and he was a wildcatter in West Texas. It means you drill oil wells just for the hell of it. It doesn't matter if you get anything. It's kind of sport. He's the guy that taught me how to whittle and spit and cuss, drive a car and sit up straight. And I played the Red River Valley. And he'd sit there in the kitchen and he'd cry and run his fingers through 70 years of living. Wonder, Lord, has every well I drill gone dry. His friends, me and his old man, was like desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. He's a drifter and a driller, oil well, and an old school man of the world. He taught me how to drive his car when he's too drunk to. Oh, and he'd wink and give me money for the girls. And our lives was like some old western movie, like desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. And from the time that I could walk, he'd take me with him to a bar called the Green Frog Cafe. And there was old men with beer guts and dominoes. Oh, and they're lying about their lives while they play. And I was just a kid that they all called his sidekick, like desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. And one day I looked up and he's pushing 80, and there's brown tobacco stains all down his chin. Well, to me he's one of the heroes of this country. So why is he all dressed up like them old men? He's drinking beer and playing Moon and 42, like a desperado waiting for a train. Like a desperado waiting for a train. And the day before he died, I went to see him. And I was grown and he was almost gone. So we just closed our eyes and dreamed of supper kitchen and sang another verse to that old song. Come on, Jack, the son of a bitch is coming. And we're like desperados waiting for a train. 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 Thank you all very much. We had a big time.
You've been listening to Live at the Cactus. Tonight's program featured Guy Clark and Townes Van Zandt, recorded February 16, 1991.